Good evening, everybody who's a member of my community already and subscribed. Welcome back. Who is not, please do subscribe. Hey guys, the worst thing person can do when we're talking about spirituality is ignoring his or her ancestry. Why? First, you are part of a genome that is moved through centuries. When you look at your ancestry, you know where you've been and where your family been. And even though you don't remember things, but actually you know things. And one of those specific things is how you have to take care of yourself. It's the body that very much matters. There are Pentagon studies done on crows, and the experiment that was done was about DNA memory. They would dress several people in a specific way, and they would show in the University of Washington. They would go in the park and start in a way introducing to crows, because there was a big crow population. And crows are really curious. They will go and look at you, and then they would go to and send other people with masks on that they were scared. I'm talking about crows were scared. And after a while, they proved that actually through a generation of crows, that crows that did not see the people with masks knew those people. It means you may have a pair of crows that lay eggs, and those eggs, hatch, and they have another generation of crows. So the new generation of crows, they will do it the way that never ever saw those people with masks, but they knew them. It means the DNA and somehow passed the information from parents to children than they did for grandchildren in a way. And they knew it as well. It means that the DNA contains in itself a massive number of information that we don't know even what. That's why it's really important to have your ancestry. But it's not just to know your ancestry, where you come from really, but you have to wake your ancestry up in your genes. You have to wake it up for it to work. And so there's a lot of stuff. You have to select in a way a weather that it's good for your ancestry. Then food. Food is really important. There were studies done on 15 men from Africa that came to the United States and ate fast food, so they developed stuff that people don't like, including diabetes. And then they start feeding them their own food from their own country in a way, a long time ago. And even though the food was horrible for people to look at, but actually what it is it was in a way ancestral food from the savannah in Africa somewhere. And they fix the health problems they have. So if you look United States, you will see a lot of people from everywhere in the world. And not just from everywhere in the world, but they move from one zone to another here within the States. And they develop some kind of a sickness because of the fast food, or not just the fast food, but in general, the food that they don't actually accept because it's not food of the genetics. Okay? So, that's very important. You have ancestral culinary in a way that you can have access to. Even if it's smaller numbers, but if it's a smaller portions, because it's expensive sometimes, but yet, for instance, it's a personal, my opinion, I would rather keep it this way. This is where I left the country that I was born. I left a really long time ago, and I been all over, and until I came back to my culinary likings. It was from my grandmother, my grandparents, and then some of my ailments disappeared. Okay, so bringing your body to the closest condition the bodies of your ancestors were, elevate you to a specific level of energy, and this specific level of energy interacts with nature very specific way. So when we are talking about stuff like this, you are closer to spiritual sources because you are in a specific body shape that your ancestors had, and this way you have body shape of your physical body shape of ancestors, nerve shape, nerves shape, and so on and so on. And so you actually becoming a vessel in a way that brings your spiritual powers to the source. So this is it. This will be part one. I will do another one maybe either tomorrow or this weekend. And but this is what it is. It's very important to have your ancestry discovered because of the health that you need to have.